Have you ever wondered where the real money in agribusiness is hiding? Well, there's some industries that are slowing down, but agribusiness is exploding with untapped gold mines in the fields. Think about this. While everyone is chasing tech and flashy industries, imagine yourself being part of a booming sector that's not only feeding the world, but also creating massive wealth for bold innovators like you who know where to look. But here is the truth. These gold mines won't stay hidden for long. This is because they're slipping away to small entrepreneurs who act fast and smart. Just imagine transforming simple farm ideas into profitable and thriving empires while meeting the core need of humanity, which is to feed and stay alive. So what about you? Whether you're looking for something simple to start or you're ready to take on a more complex venture, will you let this wave pass you by, or will you ride it to success as you create and boost your income? In the next few minutes, I will unveil 8 agribusiness ideas that are ripe for the taking, and this could transform your life and make you a leader in this booming industry. Let's uncover this together. Welcome to the SME Classroom, where we learn one lesson at a time. Glad to have you here today. Think of agriculture as both crop and livestock farming, including the associated and complementary activities that support the industry. The last idea is quite innovative, so stay with me. Let's get started. The first one is subsistence farming. Now, subsistence farming is just a normal kind of farming, small scale farming done by small scale holders, where you find them with maybe a small piece of land, less than an acre, growing various food crops like maize, beans, for mostly subsistence need. That is for their own need in the house. Even in the urban areas, we found people who are doing kind of like vertical kind of farming in containers, and the scale is small in nature and it's mostly for their own consumption. So that's what we call subsistence farming. The second opportunity is in trading, and this is where we are looking at people who are trading in the local markets, where they sell both livestock and crop products, but mostly these are surplus from what could have been used for consumption in their homestead. And so when they have anything surplus, then they can take it to the market. So this is small scale also in nature, and most people are going to be just selling their own, or even they could sell to other small scale traders in the marketplace, will then sell to others. The third opportunity that exists in the agricultural sector is commercial farming. And when we say commercial farming, this is purely made for business. So every activity, everything that is done in that farm, whether it is crop farming, whether it is livestock farming, everything is for the market. It's for the bigger markets. This could be local markets or export market, but the thing is, it is purely made for business. There is nothing that goes into the farmer's mind thinking that this is for their own consumption. And so you find that most of the times these kind of farms are very labor intensive, they are very highly mechanized, and they plant in large scale and produce in large scale for purposes of the market. There is a big opportunity in the sense that, as we said, economies of any country rely so much on agriculture for their sustenance and for the driving of their economy. The other opportunity comes in technology farming, and this is where we find aquaponics, we have hydroponic farming, and this is where we are getting farmers getting to farm in controlled spaces without even using soil. So they use water that is fed with the nutrients that the crops need, and they can be able to grow. And the good thing is that with this kind of technology, it is possible to not rely on the weather, rely on the rainfall seasons, but actually be able to plant throughout. And so it is a good opportunity that ensures that there is food production throughout. So you can imagine, as a business person, if you're able to produce and bring out into the market crops that are there throughout the seasons, it is a very good opportunity. So think about technology farming. The other one is brokerage. In any sector, there will always be people who come in between the production and the consumer, and so brokers are coming in that space in the agricultural sector, where they get into the farms, they go and collect all the produce and bring it into the market or wherever it is needed. So they don't farm in any way, but they get into this, they're able to come in with, for example, transport systems that can be able to pick the farm produce that has been produced by the farmers. One of the biggest challenges farmers have is once they do the production, maybe at times it is so much, and they've got very good harvest, but they're not able to get into the market, so they don't have the capability. So brokers come in very handy because they can come in and they collect the produce and take it to the markets where it's needed. And so this is also another very good opportunity because you don't get into the nitty-gritty of farming, but you can be able to participate in the farming sector where you collect the produce from the farms and take it to the markets. The other opportunity exists in the export markets. Now remember that there, as a country, or even as a country, you may be the ones who have been blessed with that kind of produce, and maybe you get good harvest, and so you have surplus that you can be able to take to the other markets. Now the biggest challenge of the export market is that they require some certain standards. They're not very easy to penetrate, but once you're able to get the regulation and the standards that are needed, then you can be able to farm specifically for export business. So you find some farming where people are doing it, not looking at the local market, but they're doing it for a certain country. So everything they're doing within the farming processes, it is to adhere to the standards of where they're going to take that product, the market that they're going to be taking that product. Equally, there are people who come in and also buy from those farmers and take also to the export market. That is a very big market because out there are also people who are needing food. The seventh one that we'll be looking at is value addition. Now, there is nothing which makes business so worthwhile. Like when you can take a raw product and change it to transform it to something that is more useful in the market. It starts all the way from manufacturing. It can come just in simple packaging to complex packaging. The whole idea is just being able to add some certain value other than what it was raw. So let's say for example, if it's dairy farming, the milk in its raw form can be actually a bit cheap, but the moment it is packaged, maybe pasteurized and packaged and taken to the supermarket, it becomes even more worthwhile as far as business is concerned. And this is not just that. It can come in eggs, all the way from just packaging them. It can come in fruits. Dried fruits are more expensive than the natural fruits and all that. So the whole idea of value addition is looking at what point would you want to come and put something extra to the raw material that is direct from the farm and give it some little value so that customers are able even to pay more for it. And lastly, the eighth one that you can get into is what we call agro-tourism or model farming. These are the kind of farm where your farm becomes not just for your own farming, but one for other people to come and learn from. This is both in crop farming and in livestock farming. And good thing is that it can also be as a kind of a tourist attraction, because at times people will move from other places to just come and see how it is done, not because they want to go and do it, but just to admire and just learn one or two things from it. So you can actually start a model farm where people can come and learn and study what you're doing to be able to admire and even do things by themselves whenever they go back. So these are the opportunities that we've been able to put today. It's for you to go and do out research and find out which area fits best for you and how you can penetrate into those markets. But the opportunities are major because agriculture is a key sector of any economy. Wishing you all the best and looking forward to seeing you in the next. Thank you.